Hey people, how are you doing? It's your girl Makeda Valletta, live on my IG page, Makeda Valletta Travels, live from Harlem, NYC, my hometown. In case you're unfamiliar with me, I am from New York, Harlem Heights to be exact, and I live in Chicago, and I go back and forth between the two cities often, so I talk a lot about the two cities and travel other places, but I've been really inspired lately, especially during this trip, but all the time, to talk about why New York is so dope. Because some people, we all know New York is the most expensive city in the country. And some people are like, oh, I don't know why anybody would live in New York. I don't know why anybody would pay that much. Why would anybody do that? And really, it's the access and the unmatched energy, okay? Like, first of all, New Yorkers are the flyest. Like, fashion for us and coordinating and having original style, having dope sneaker game, okay? I took a picture of this man just now. I was sneaker shopping. Yesterday I was in another area, and there was like 4 sneaker stores on one block up on 181st Street. And I saw some sneakers I really liked that were on sale, and they didn't have my size. So today I came to 125th Street, which is next neighborhood over, and there's also like 4 big sneaker stores in one block, and I go to the next block, there's two sneaker stores. All these sneaker stores have totally different sneakers, okay? And you walk past people constantly. Like, if you could even see all the people that are passing me that I can't record, everybody's super coordinated, okay? And their sneaker game is on point. Even the people selling the ices, even the crackheads, like, we coordinate. And the sneaker game is on point. And there's so many sneakers and things that you can find here that you can't find other places. I see sneakers here that I don't see on the websites, okay? Then you can go shopping in New York on the sidewalk. Like, if you see, this is one little area on 125th Street by the state office building, where, and I could walk, and it just goes for blocks of people selling clothes, jewelry, bags, underwear, food, books. I said jewelry, shea butter, cocoa butter, oils. I mean, all kinds of clothes, accessories, glasses. I mean, everything you could imagine. And this is just one neighborhood. It's not like it's just like that here. Okay, it's like that in several areas in Manhattan. It's like that in several areas, like major shopping areas where you can shop outside of Manhattan is Union Square. Okay, there's a whole Union Square. If you ever come to New York, that's a dope place to go. I did some videos in Union Square last summer. You can go shopping on the street right there. I'm on 125th Street for blocks. You have vendors. Not only do you have stores to actually shop at, but there are vendors up and down the street selling everything, all types of stuff. Then there's 181st. There's so many different areas in Manhattan, but then there's areas in Brooklyn. There's areas in the Bronx. There's areas in Queens, all where you can do the same thing, okay? Tons of stores and tons of shopping, and it's going on the sidewalk, okay? And I love the sneakers. So let me show you. Like, you probably can't really see my outfit, the dress I have on, right? Now let me show you my sneakers, okay? This is what New Yorkers do, okay? See the kicks? You see the kicks? You see them? Okay? Original. You probably never seen these sneakers before, right? And then it goes with my dress, all right? I flip the camera around. So we coordinate over here, okay? Like, for example, people in Cali cannot dress. I just took the only people that I feel like are really fly like that, just in general, is Detroit. But the access you have to New York, people in New Orleans are pretty decent. But the access you have in New York, where it's just like endless options, okay? And that's in every category. And then you don't have to have a car here, okay? Plenty of people have them. People say New Yorkers don't drive, and that's not true, because you cannot. There's a lot of cars in New York, and there's hardly anywhere to park. And there's more garages in New York than you see anywhere. And people charge astronomical prices and still make a lot of money. So a lot of people in New York drive, but you don't need a car. So a lot of America, you need to have a car. So you could say it's cheaper in whatever city you're thinking about, but then it's like you have the car expense. And then when you need a car, if something happens to your car, you can't do shit until you fix it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another plus for New York. You can function without a car. If family comes to visit you, they can go do and look at whatever they want without you having to hold their hand and take them everywhere. Okay. And then, like, people are always saying that New Yorkers are mean, which I totally disagree with. Like, I've traveled a lot in the country, out of the country. And to me, New Yorkers are some of the most down-to-earth people. Very helpful, always complimenting you. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten so many compliments today. You know, I went to Starbucks to get some matcha. The guy had such good energy. Like, if you come to New York and you really, like, if you come, a lot of times when people come to New York, they go to the touristy areas. Okay, they go to Times Square, they go to where the World Trade Center was, where you're around a bunch of tourists. That's a different vibe. You got to come to the neighborhoods of New York. You know what I'm saying? And don't come with this, because I think a lot of people come projecting, oh, New Yorkers are mean, and they try to find whatever they can dig up. That's totally not the case. Okay, people in New York, it may be a busy city, but we mind our business. People are very respectful. Okay, very respectful. And it's just good vibes, you know, and there's unmatched energy in the street. I mean, there's so many fly people walking down the street with fly outfits of every different color, shape, and size, okay? You have even the soundtrack. Like, I live in Chicago and it's beautiful, but the soundtrack of Chicago sucks. It's always a bunch of terrible house music all the time or some other corny music. New York, you walk down the street, you know, like I'm walking down my neighborhood, I hear a lot of dope Afro-Latin music. Walking down the street in Harlem, you're hearing dope hip-hop, you're hearing soul music, you know what I'm saying? Good R&B. It's just like you hear good music. And then in New York, when we have performers outside, they're actually talented. I haven't been to any city in the world where the street performers were, except New Orleans. New Orleans is the only city I've been to, in Havana, Cuba, okay? Havana, Cuba, and New Orleans. Have some talented street performers. But most of these, the street, like LA, Chicago, Miami, wherever, the street performers suck. So if you're an artistic person, it's very stimulating. You have access to so much, like whatever you want. I'm a dancer, so New York has so many dance schools that 7 days a week have classes, multiple classes all day long. Doesn't matter if you want to learn, you know, you want to take hip-hop classes or heels classes or Broadway jazz or different kinds of ballet, different kinds of modern dance. It doesn't matter if, you know, you want to be Senegalese or Ghanaian or Afro-Cuban or Haitian Afro-Cuban or Haitian or Afro-Brazilian or Congolese. Okay? Majorette dancing, tap dancing. Okay? There's so many, every single style of dance you can find. You can find Chicago step classes. I can't find Chicago step classes in Chicago, but you can find them in New York, okay? So there's nothing that you can't get here. And if you ever see I try to do videos capturing the beauty, because there's some really beautiful parts of New York. I really would love to do tours of New York. But if you come here, Upper Manhattan is where it's at, okay? So Upper Manhattan, the northern part of the island, that's where Harlem is, and that's where Washington Heights is. My hair is driving me crazy, sorry. It's in my eyes. That's where Harlem is, and Washington Heights is Upper Manhattan. The northern part of the borough, which is way nicer than the lower part. Okay, way nicer than the which downtown, which is where everybody goes when they come here. So yeah. So right now I'm just standing by. This is the state office building in Harlem. You go over there. You see some. The light's not good. There's some brown zones over there. Okay. And then you just, you know. So, yeah, also, New York is one of the safer cities in the country, too. A lot of people don't realize that. So, got hip-hop playing. That man is sitting there listening to Wu-Tang all hyped up. Gotta love Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang's on my right side, soul music is on my left side. God. You got, oh, hold on. So there's all kinds of things, people selling things for blocks. The camera doesn't really capture it, but it's like, now this is just, oh shit, sorry. Oh, that's bad, I dropped my glasses. I really hate wearing glasses. If you don't have to wear glasses, be thankful. So, also, New York has a lot of parks and trees. More trees than people realize. Because again, a lot of times when you come here, you're just in the touristy areas. And I can't film everybody I'm walking by because it's even hard for me to film while I'm walking down the street. But there's so many attractive, uniquely looking people with unique styles walking around. So it's like in New York, if you want to learn whatever instrument you want to learn how to play, there's always somebody who is the best in their country or the best in their city who's in New York and can teach you. So, I mean, I love the diversity. BK all day. I'm going to do a video comparing BK to Manhattan. I'm not even going to say to Harlem, to Manhattan, borough to borough. I'm going to do a video about that soon. But yeah, like, there's so many different flavors in New York, and there's different flavors in different boroughs, and Manhattan is definitely my favorite borough. And I will do a video saying why. Because everything that really matters in New York is in Manhattan. Like Central Park, like the Apollo, which I'm about to walk past, like the Rucker tournament, the Dyckman tournaments, the West 4th Street tournaments, okay? All the basketball tournaments that really get attention, Manhattan. We have NYU and Columbia University, the two most elite universities in the city. We have Lincoln Center, Rockefeller Center, Lincoln Center, all the performance venues that really matter. I mean, look, I'm about to pass the Apollo. Hold on. You got people that are selling African clothes on the sidewalk. Oh, there's another sneaker store I didn't go into. I was just talking about, now I need to go in here. I was just talking about sneaker stores. I went to 4 sneaker stores in this block, and I didn't even realize that sneaker store right there is right there. See, you got people selling hats, oils. Let's see. Here's the Apollo right here. Brooklyn doesn't have anything like this. Oh, she got the hair. See how people in New York be on the hustle. She out here got the Harris shirts, and the people in New York are going to really focus on making money. Okay. More things being sold. Oh, I love her colors. That woman, I don't know if you saw her. That woman had a yellow and purple dress on with purple in her hair. What we do in New York is we coordinate, okay? I spend time in a lot of cities. People don't be coordinated like New Yorkers, okay? People, I'm telling you, be everybody, every race, every job. We come outside fly. So I already went into 4 big sneaker stores in this block. On the other side of the street, didn't even see that one. So let me see. Yes, I just have to speak up for New York because I always hear people say, like, why would anybody want to live in New York? Why would anybody want to spend that much money? It's the access to everything, okay? Even if you travel a lot, flights out of New York, there's a flight from New York everywhere. And you can get cheaper flights a lot of times out of New York to a lot of places than you can from other places because we have the volume of travel. It's another reason, okay? And then the amount of interesting things that happen here is endless. Okay, so I just had to make this video about why New York is so dope, and I'm just so, like, there's no other city I've been to with 4 or 5 sneaker stores on one block. And that's just one block. Next block got more sneaker stores. And that's just one part of the city. Yesterday I was up 60 blocks from here on 181st. There was also the same thing, several sneaker stores on one street. They all had different sneakers. I go home, I try to find some of them online, wasn't even on there. He said, why not live in New York? They make the most money. New York is the richest city, and the money-making potential here is crazy. Like, New York inspires me. Like, there's so many people getting money on this street. There's so many people selling the same shit on the same street, and everybody's making money. How you got 4 or 5 sneaker stores on one block? I've been in Brooklyn and Flatbush, and there's 2 or 3 sneaker stores on one block. Everybody's making money. You have several people over here selling cocoa butter, shea butter. You know, everybody's making money. So the competition is thick, and thick competition makes you get your stuff on point. And as a consumer, you have options. Okay, you have the ability to find better prices. You have the ability to find shit nobody else has. You have the ability to find what it is you're looking for. Okay, so walkable city. You know, like, yeah, every city has its pros and cons. So there's some parts of New York that's a little dirty. The whole city's not like that, you know. But the pros, the fact that it's relatively safe compared to most, you know, cities of this caliber. One is definitely one of the safer cities in America. It's not like Memphis or St. Louis or Detroit or Oakland or Baltimore or even Washington, D.C. or Atlanta or Miami or New Orleans or Milwaukee or Birmingham or Houston. All those cities are way more violent, way more shoot 'em up than New York. People need to be focused on making money more than anything. Okay, so much interesting stuff happening here. And I feel weird recording this on the street because people keep looking at me. But anyhow, have you been to New York? If so, where did you go? What did you think? If you've never been to New York, or you've been but you plan on coming again, make sure you explore the city. And you don't just be like, oh, I'm just going to go to the touristy spots. So I want to go see the World Trade Center, and I want to go see Times Square, and I want to go get... No. You got to explore the neighborhoods. No, D.C. is not pretty safe. I look at the list of the most dangerous cities in the country. I look at multiple sources every year. D.C. is often in the top 20. On some lists, D.C. is in the top 10. I was in D.C. last fall, and I was at my friend's house. 100 shots got fired. Okay, I drove down this street. It looked suspect as hell. Okay, and 10 minutes later, we hear all these gunshots. It was 100 shots fired right around the corner. Like, and when I was in college, DC and Baltimore were the murder capitals. So DC is not pretty safe. You might feel that way if you stay in good areas or something, but no. Look at the stats. Okay, New York is a lot safer. That's another thing about New York. We don't have food deserts. Okay. We don't have food deserts. All the food may not be organic, but we have food everywhere, in every corner, in every hood. There's a lot of cities that have food deserts. Most cities in America, okay? So, like, every neighborhood has barbershops, has hardware stores, has sneaker stores, has clothing stores, has pharmacies, has supermarkets. I mean, every single neighborhood. And like, even when it rains in New York, a lot of times you'll see somebody pop up on the sidewalk selling umbrellas. Like, people be on hustle mode, okay? There's several when I was walking up and down this street, there's like freaking 15 beauty supply stores. All of them are huge. All of them have so many things in them. So it's like, you don't just be having one option, you be having several on a block. In a 2-block radius, several options. So New York is unmatched. There's no city, like, I love New Orleans. It's one of my favorite cities. But New Orleans is very poor. There's no opportunities. All they have there is tourism, and that's it, okay? That's the main... If tourists don't come to New Orleans, they don't have anything, okay? And then the artists in New Orleans have to leave New Orleans and come to places like New York to make money. It's not the place to go to make money. New York, you're making that money, okay? New York, you have the world at your fingertips, okay? There's so many things you can get into. You're not stuck just entertaining tourists. You're not stuck just entertaining tourists and tap dancing on the sidewalk. Not to be offensive, because I love New Orleans, but I'm just saying, as a visitor, New Orleans is great because it's cheap to like do stuff. But as a worker, it's not the place to make money. There's not a lot of opportunities and things to do in New Orleans in terms of that, you know. So New York is the fashion capital, it's the financial capital, it's the dance capital. Everything and everybody that matters comes through here. You can do, find whatever you want here, do whatever you want here. You got all the top dogs. It's just access. It's always been that way. Even before cannabis was legal, weed was everywhere in New York. And we always had many options for everything. So that's all. I'm gonna go because I'm actually about to get ready soon to head to the airport and catch my flight back to Chicago. But it's like, when I'm in Chicago, I really love Chicago. When I'm in New York, I really love New York. And Chicago is so beautiful, but New York has this energy that's unmatched. And then it's not like it's like this on every block. You can turn around the corner and there's beautiful brownstones and trees. And the music that they're playing on this street is good. So it's the soundtrack of New York, it's the whole vibe. Okay, so if you've been to New York and you want to share your experiences, please do. Let me know where you went. If you've never been to New York, you got to go, and I would love to give you advice about where to go if you need it. And I'm sure there's probably something I'm forgetting to say, but I'm going to leave this there. I just want to say there's a very progressive mind state in New York, too. The New York state of mind is the illest, okay? That's why we invented, and when people say that New Yorkers don't talk to any people, that's not true. If that were true, we wouldn't have been the inventors of hip-hop. We wouldn't have been the inventors we wouldn't have created salsa music or been an epicenter for jazz and dancehall, okay? Just like that terrible breaking competition that was in the Olympics, that was horrible. There's dudes in New York that dance on the train that are way better than people in that Olympics competition. And you'll come to New York and just get your mind blown. Okay? So, anyhow, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Come to New York. I love my city. And see you later. Bye.